In 2022, I had a big project in East Africa for which I wanted to sell some second-hand excavators. I went and looked at some excavators which had been used on HS2. Sadly, flicking through the telematics system, I could see that one excavator was showing operating hours of 3,500 and usage hours of 700. In essence, that means for the 3,500 hours that the engine was running, it was only actually digging for 700 hours. This is due to the fact that in their absolute lack of commercial wisdom, the Conservative government gave the contractors on HS2 cost plus contracts. What that means is they said, right, you're responsible for doing that part of HS2, submit all your expenses and we'll give you a certain margin on top of those expenses. So what did the contractors do? They jumped into excavators, turned the ignition on and then left them running all day and then gave the receipts as part of the expenses. I told a builder friend of mine this and he immediately nodded and he said, Andrew, you're absolutely right. My son drives an articulated dump truck on HS2. It needed servicing. So what he did was he drove it in for servicing and he sat in the cab with the engine running while it was being serviced for 3 hours. So of course, the ADT then shows that day that it was on for 8 hours, even though it was only working for 5 hours and being serviced for 3, but then they could charge the British taxpayer for 8 hours work that day. We therefore don't need higher taxation. We need governments instead to act competently and with some commercial wisdom when setting contracts with counterparties.